Alright, what is up, FIFA Tiers, and welcome back to what will be the last FUT Tiers podcast of 2021.
Yeah.
We are joined, as usual, by our two regular panel hosts, which is Mersgoth and Brad. Introduce yourselves.
What's happening, guys?
I'm
How's it
Mersgoth.
And I'm Brad. Yeah, how you going? How's it? You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Fairly festive. I'm finally in my Christmas jumper.
Yeah, I have dropped the
Left
ball
it a
here.
bit late.
Yep, trees in the background though, so we're good.
Oh, wow. Well, actually, first thing's got to be noticed. So everyone can see it on the camera that's watching.
This is true, actually.
On
This is only for
YouTube.
people on YouTube. So.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Oh.
Alright, nice.
So actually, it wasn't just me not wearing a Christmas top, it was Mers as well.
Oh, did you just say I'm wearing a Christmas top?
No,
what?
no,
He's
said
just
not.
confirmed.
I said not.
He said not wearing.
Damn it.
I'm
I
the
said
only-
it's
how
not
am I
just
the only
me
one
not
dressed in
wearing
something
a Christmas
Christmassy?
top.
Damn
Mers
it,
has got one as
that's
well, with a quote from Home Alone. Not a Christmas movie.
That's a Christmas movie. It's confirmed.
So according to Brad, I'm the only one dressed for the occasion.
Yeah,
but
well done, Luke. Knew you
it's
wouldn't let
all
the team
good.
down.
It's all... You're not wrong. And talking of letting the team down, I have been let down way too many times in Champs this year.
Yeah.
But EA seem to have redeemed themselves. They've made a lot more changes than people were expecting at this point. So the rewards and the entry requirements will have changed. The entry requirements for as of next season,
Yes.
this is, are going to be, I believe it's 4 and 6 will be what you need, or something along those lines, to enter into Champs.
Yeah.
And then obviously, once you're in Champs, there's now not just 6, there is 10, I believe, separate rewards,
Yes.
ranging from the old rank 3 is pretty much rank 4, not rank 4, rank 6.
Yeah.
So rank 6, you do need an extra win. You do need 9 instead of 8 now, for fairly similar rewards. But then for those who are getting rank 2, you now get rank 5, which only requires, I believe, 11 wins. So it's 1 less than before.
Mhm.
And then obviously all the stuff up near the top. I'm going to start classing myself as a rank 2 player, and no, I would have not won 18 games. But it's fine. What's your guys' thoughts on this, though?
Hit and miss.
A little bit mixed bag, I suppose,
Yep.
in a way. I kind of like the idea that they're given, because like we said before, that like a lot of people have actually struggled, including ourselves at times, to actually qualify for Champs. Whereas actually now this time it seems like most people will be able to take part, but it does mean you're gonna probably have to like play that more games. Like I said to you guys when this first came out today, and we said about talking about it tonight, I said that it definitely seems like it's EA's way of, I suppose, making it a little bit fairer, but my main thought pattern was straight away was they don't like people giving wins away. And so this is their way of combating it, because now you have to get more wins to get better rewards, whereas most people were just like, oh, I'm just going to stop here because that's okay, and now stopping here is actually a lot higher than it was. So yeah, it's one of those things where I think it's nicer to have people in it, and yeah, you'll probably get some easier games, but at the same time, I kind of like the fact that, like, you know, you could play like I said, from this weekend, rank 3, I had 3 wins of games I actually played. The rest were gifted to me, and then I gifted my rest back, and it was very, you know, no stress, really easy, and you know, I get a nice premium team of the week pack, which obviously I'm saving because team of the week is dead.
Yeah, that's fair. The important thing to note is if anyone who did get rank 2 previously, they're now going to have that situation where could they go the extra game?
Yeah.
Because now it's 13 wins
Yes.
for what is technically the step above. So they'll net themselves an extra. They'll get themselves an ultimate pack, a jumbo rare players pack, and a premium team of the week pack, and 50k coins. So they get slightly more rewards. I think the coins are even down on what they were before. I think we got 60k for rank 2 previously. Could be wrong.
What do you think?
Yeah,
Ross?
the coin side of things is down for like the lower tiers, but I think you say how it's counterproductive to the whole idea of giving away wins, but I still feel you could still give away wins because of the fact that you're going to have more players in the actual player pool for the FUT Champs itself, because more people are qualifying, which means you might get to that 9 wins still in the same amount of games, so you probably have some games left over. People might still be giving away some wins. Like, you
Yeah,
probably
but-
might not necessarily see the same number and same amount.
No.
But you'll probably still see some free wins being given away. I think
Well, and
all
also
it is...
they've affected the FUT Champs points you get for it as well, haven't they? So people are going to have to win more anyway to get their automatic, or as close to automatic qualification as they would have wanted to.
You'll get those additional points anyway through your wins for the 7 in division rivals anyway. Because, like, say for instance, I'm in Div 2, you get in 300 points per win. So if I'm getting rank 6, then I need 3 wins, or 3 wins and a couple of losses, or 4 wins, and boom, I obviously got enough points to do the qualification. Yes, okay, it's not as good, the fact that they've taken those away, but I feel like it just means that you might have to do your qualification a bit later in the week rather than near the beginning of the week, like, because if you're getting 1,500, you win 2, okay, you can do that on Sunday evening or something like that, and then you can do the qualification straight away. So it might mean you're doing it on a Tuesday instead of a Monday or Sunday. But it's the fact that, do you really need those, like, that amount of ranks? Like, could you just maybe say 8 ranks instead, so you're still trying to cater to the good players so that they feel like they're being rewarded for being good and getting the number of wins that they get, and just like readjust it again slightly, so then maybe it's like, okay, what's the 0 and 0? Do you really need like those 2? Because are you realistically going to get 0 wins in FUT Champs?
No.
Probably not. So you could say the starting block is that 2 wins and just get rid of that 9 and 10 or something like that, and then maybe slightly increase everything else. But it's a positive, I think. It's a positive, but it's still not changing what I think a lot of people want right now. Gameplay changes.
So
yeah.
I was just saying when you just popped off to put your kids to bed, I was just saying to Luke, like, I can moan every single time about player switching. It just still doesn't seem like it's going to change, and I don't find any way to do it. I think I was hammering like my left bumper button and flicking my stick to try and get a defender the other day, and it just weren't going to the centre back that was furthest back to try and let me get him to stop this through ball coming through that I could see a mile off. But actually, the worst thing I noticed from this weekend was goalkeeper animations, and I feel like it's like I've noticed there was a glitch like a couple of times where like in the past where suddenly my goalkeeper comes out and just like moves away from the goal, like I've moved my keeper when I haven't moved my keeper, and just leaves an open goal. I noticed that last time I played it, but this weekend it was more they were getting at like an angle on goal, shooting just directly at my keeper, and he was crumpling to the floor. Like it's like he'd just been sniped, like as he was about to do the save, and didn't even dive. He just sort of fell to the floor, and I was like, oh, okay. So now it's back to the old days of it doesn't matter what keeper you got in goal anymore because every single one of them's got a faulty animation.
Yeah.
I mean, recently I came out and said, I think I don't know whether it was on stream or whether it was on an episode coming up, that the main things I value in a goalkeeper these days are weak foot and, well, firstly chemistry. You want chemistry first, but after that it's kicking and weak foot.
Yeah.
I want someone who can distribute. Most keepers are similar.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
That's
you said
something
that
I've
on
legitimately
stream.
said.
You said that on
It
stream.
was on stream.
Yeah.
There you go.
But talking about questionable goalkeeping, to be fair, in the video that's coming out this week, you'll definitely see a very questionable situation. Like, just to describe the goal. So it was coming in from like the side of the pitch, coming in into tight angle. So you know, like when I say
like
tight angle,
about. Yeah.
very tight angle. Literally just shot and went straight between the goalkeeper's arms. That.
Oh, this was not what I was thinking you were talking about. I thought it was about something else.
No. Like literally near post, like literally power it to the far post, but like directly in front of the goalkeeper, and it just goes through the goalkeeper. Like
that seems to happen between me and you a lot. I seem to recall Murata header cough
Yeah.
being a situation that happened not too long ago. So there's been questionable animations between me and you, Mers, for a long time.
But do you think it's
Definitely
weird?
is
Nothing new.
Don't you think it's weird though? At like, what are we now? So it's December. So we're talking 3 months into the game, and we're
Yeah.
talking about this. And 3 months ago, people were talking about how goalkeepers are too good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but then we were talking about this 2 months ago
Yeah.
when they changed it, saying it's terrible.
Like, so
So we're just back to.
does this
back to
does this
source.
basically mean that there is no middle ground? It is either this or the other. And if we had a choice, wouldn't we be rolling back to 3
always.
months ago?
Oh,
There's
definitely.
always that as a thing. There's never going to be a fine-tuned thing. Goalkeepers are either OP when people start to complain it's too difficult and
Yeah, or can't
it's
do
just
anything.
too hard to score.
Yeah.
And then other times that, just near post OP or insert whatever type of
Yeah,
exploit there is.
Yeah.
So, i.e., the
Chips.
crossing one at the moment.
yeah,
Chips last year.
Yeah.
I found chips they're good against this year, which I don't like because I'm still used to doing it.
yeah.
I mean, one thing I'd be intrigued by is if we could go back in time and or change the game back to what it was 3 months ago when goalkeepers are good with
Yeah.
the cards that people have now versus what they had originally. Because obviously, a lot of the problems with a lot of things being saved is also because you're not using the as good cards that you're using now, like the better strikers, the people with better finishing, the better composure
I don't
and
know.
stuff
I'm
like
still
that.
using Andre Silva and he's doing the same.
Committed to the cause. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. But I'd wonder if people would still have the same opinion of like the goalkeepers being OP. Like, I think yes, they'd probably still be a bit OP, but I think you probably still at least have an easier time
Yeah.
scoring goals now.
Well, and the
'cause you've
fact
got
is,
better
like,
cards.
even by this point, you have far less special card goalkeepers, don't you, than you do in players. So it kind of does wonder, would it have naturally evened out with the increase in how good the stats on a promo card becomes, and then that
Yeah.
would have eased up on how overpowered the goalkeepers were, or did they make the change because there was the pressure there, and actually they should have just ridden it out for a little while to see actually what happens when we've got these normal goalkeepers who, apart from the occasional inform or whatever, and then they go up against rule breakers or one of them early promo cards with their shooting stats, like Haaland, and his shooting stats would have been incredible at that first stage, and see what actually happens then. Are they still saving everything at point blank range? Would have been interesting to see. Definitely. Roll back the patch,
I mean,
EA.
didn't
Let's
they
have a
actually
look.
decrease his shooting on Haaland's card? Was it his pace or his
His
shooting
passing
got
went
decreased?
up, didn't it? So
His passing went drastically up. I
Yeah,
can't remember if
yeah,
his pace or shooting went down, one of the two.
yeah. I think
For some reason I feel it was shooting.
because I think it was 89 pace and he went up to 90. So yeah, it must have been his shooting that they decreased. Yeah.
So actually his shooting on his main card would be better, which is even more
Yeah.
baffling. But
yeah. So
yeah, I mean, I've always been dragging this back to champs again. You guys have known my point of view on this, that I've been almost elitist in my stance on champs this year, where you earn your right. This is slowly deviating a little bit more. If not, you still have to get into it,
yeah.
but based off of the signs that everything's getting less and there's more rewards, things are getting slightly easier. Apart from rank 3 players who have to get out a little bit more.
Yeah.
It feels like they're loosening that grip a little bit, and I don't know how to feel about it.
I mean, it is still partially elitist because, like I'm saying, it's the fact that
Somewhat.
the people that get the higher wins, so the people that are getting like the 16, the 18, the 19 and stuff like that, that they're getting more rewarded, especially if you are going for if you are of the actual elite where you're getting that 19 win reward, because then you're getting the free team of the week packs, you're getting obviously your free player picks as well, 2 ultimate packs of rare players. Like, you've got the rewards there that can give you the edge of trying to pack these.
so it's 3 team of the week packs.
It's 3 team of the week packs, yes.
See, this is another thing then, right? So EA have increased that and are trying to make it better for the elite players. So then premium team of the week packs, as far as we know at the moment, haven't got a minimum rating, yeah? And yet last year when you got to like top 100 in FUT Champs, you got an ultimate team of the week pack. So that meant you couldn't get 3 of the same card in 3 packs, which you potentially can now get. You'd always be guaranteed at least 1 top tier card. But now someone could get all the way to 19 wins and get 3 30k packs.
Yes.
Yes,
I mean-
but you get it, but it gives you the coin. If you get the 30Ks, at least you sell them. You got some coins that you're building up towards getting.
Oh, 60k for that sweat though, really?
90K.
Yeah, but you'd already get one, wouldn't you,
Oh.
if you played less wins? That's what I mean. So a 60k
right,
extra,
so
isn't it, from getting one team of the week pack to getting 3? I just
Yeah.
think, I don't know, really. I'd
Well,
be
it's-
disappointed
it's-
if they didn't have like an 82 rated minimum or 83 rated minimum. Like we've seen it in promo packs that they want people to pay for. Put it in the free ones. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I think that's being way too expectant on EA.
Oh yeah, no wait. Oh, of
Wait.
course it is. Yeah, of course it is. But I just think like these people that do want to like get rewarded for playing. I mean, how long was it that people were getting like top 100 and watching a rewards video that Bateson's done and watching all these people that he's got getting top 100 rewards, and how often did they pack the marquee player? Once every
Not
4
that
months, 3 months.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah,
you know.
no, I mean, I still remember the buzz from monthly rewards of
Oh,
them
yeah.
getting absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
Those are
the
the
monthly
days.
rewards. Yeah, God.
The monthly rewards. FIFA 17. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it
say.
was. Yeah.
I think I got gold in that once. I virtually never played enough to actually get anything more than silver. I'd get gold in the weekend.
Monthly
leagues,
rewards,
gold
weekly
3, gold 2.
tournaments. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't do it weekly.
For the player. Some things were
Anybody
good,
want
some things have been improved.
Yeah.
Our take on this one is, I think, yet to be decided. We'll see how the first couple of weeks go.
Yeah.
Either way, you know, a lot of it as well matters on what the team of the weeks are like, and some of them have been really lackluster, haven't they? Anyway, so. And that would have been a
Yeah.
good segue if we weren't doing that segment a little bit
Just
later.
need to schedule that segue.
Yeah, it would have been a
Right.
really good segue, but
Sure.
we'll hold that
some,
thought.
some would describe that. Some would describe that as a bit of a wild card.
It is a bit of a wild card situation because
That's a
obviously the segue is Winter Wildcards is the
Yes.
latest promo from EA, and simply put, I think all of us have got positive things to say about this.
Yeah,
But I'm going to go through the little segments that we got here. So they've done a first with a promo. They've done some swaps. So we've got Winter Wildcard swaps. So there's 25 tokens in particular, and you can trade these tokens for one of the 7 following. So for 2 tokens, you can swap it for a rare players pack, not too shabby, for a 50k pack for 2 tokens, and it's quite easy because you do the daily
I think we've already had 4
SBCs
haven't
and
we?
stuff
So,
like that.
yeah.
Exactly. Then
Yes.
for 3 tokens, you can swap that for a 81 to 89 times 10 player pack, untradeable. For 5 tokens, now this is the most weirdest thing in all of reality. For 5 tokens, you can get a Icon Home and Away kit. So okay, I don't know why they've thrown that in there, but also for 5 tokens, you can get a Ultimate pack. So like, if you're left with 5 tokens and you're wondering what to get,
Yeah.
go for
Get
the
that kit
kits,
on.
guys.
Yeah.
Get
Get
the
that kit
kits,
on.
basically. Yeah.
I mean, I'm absolutely doing that on one of my free accounts. I don't know which yet. Probably the one that doesn't get used much, but I will absolutely be doing it.
There we go, Luke's.
You have my word on that.
Luke's doing it for the bants.
He's doing it for the lols.
No, I'm going to do a review on the kit, mate. That's my next
Review
content.
on the kit.
Yeah, definitely.
There's my content
Definitely.
for Christmas.
Forget a player
Boxing
review. There's
Day
going to
kit
be a kit
review.
review special. Oh, that's amazing.
Give it a nice, like, how
Watch-
does it
watch
perform in
him
game?
watch him walk out in packs and just
Yeah.
do it
That will
like a catwalk. Brilliant.
I promise you not. That'll be a Boxing
Brilliant.
Day video coming
Brilliant.
It's got to be a proper
That is a
breakdown.
promise.
How does it perform in game? How does
Yeah,
it look
definitely.
on the camera?
Definitely. Does it feel more streamlined? Yeah. Yeah, hilarious.
Mate, you watch. That is going to be the best review I've done.
Yeah. It seems like Mura's got an extra 2 pace. We're in the
Style
eye
Sure, it
breaking.
matches his hair. You know, that's genius. It matches his hair colour.
Then for 8 tokens, you can get a Winter Wildcard player, Christian Gunter, who's got incredible looking stats from what Luke was saying beforehand.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's all right. It's okay.
Pretty
It's okay.
good though.
It's okay, but
Especially as far as Bundesliga left backs go.
and for
Yeah, 80, low 80s on defending. I think it is 81, and then 90 pace is the sort of key.
yeah,
marker
get an
point
anchor
for most
on
people.
that. That's still respectable, like stats and stuff.
Yeah.
Then for 12 tokens, you can get yourself a Patson Daka, So Leicester fans
Coming
out
to
there.
a FUT Champs game near you soon.
Yeah.
Premier League fans
Premier
out
League
there.
fans. Then for
That is going to be seen.
Oh, of course
15 tokens. Now it depends if they go for that, but if they go for the 15 tokens, then you can't get DACA. But for 15 tokens, you can get an 85 plus times 10 player pack. So if you're like me, who has no fodder in your club, that is perfect for getting fodder. Or if you save it for Team of the Year and you really, really, really want to disappoint yourself in the hope of getting a Team of the Year, and then not get a Team of the Year, that is what you should do. Because the SBCs to swap the tokens comes out on Boxing Day, and it's live until the 14th of January, which will roughly be when Team of the Year is roughly nearly coming to us, or on.
It'll be the week. It'll be that week
yeah.
after, wouldn't it? Or end of that week.
It'll be around that. So. Yeah. So obviously keeps hold of that, but from what we've been saying, you could potentially go for the packs all in there, because obviously 25 tokens if you get all of them. So you got 15 for the 85 plus, 5 for the ultimate, then 3 for the 81 to 89, and then 2 for the rare players. So that could be quite a good one. What do you guys think in terms of just on the swaps front? Like,
yeah, I think it's brilliant.
Good.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
It's great they've done something unique.
It's lovely because the SBCs, from what I've seen so far, I don't think any of them have been like over 70 rated. So pretty much, if you've ever opened,
yes, one of them was 80.
Was it?
One of them was 80 the other day.
What did it have something like else with it though? Did it have a fairly nice pack with it?
It had a decent pack from what I remember. So it had either a rare gold pack or a rare mega pack.
So that's not too bad, is it, if you get a 25k pack with it? But generally speaking, like I think like it's nice because most people have got like rare election packs they've opened from rewards and things that they've just got silver cards and stuff sitting in their club that they're not going to do anything with, so they can recycle them to hopefully get, like you say, a disappointing 85 times 10 pack to not get a Team of the Year. But you know, it's the dream. It gives us the dream. That's all we need. Don't need the card. Just want the dream.
And to be fair, in the process, you are getting them through objectives by doing Junior Messiah.
That's true as well, yeah. So
through the new one today, which you get a mega pack for doing.
Nice.
There's a new friendly game mode for it. I've not got it up on screen at the moment, but there's a new friendly game mode. I think you have to get I'm going to say 5 or 10 wins in that game mode to pretty much get this pack. So it's fairly easy to get.
Yeah. Golden goal happens as well. That'd be even easier.
Yeah.
It would be even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think swaps wise, brilliant. I think it's a lovely addition. Thank you for making it up to us after the Fire and Ice promo.
Yes. What this reminds me of is the old swaps that they did before the icon swaps, where obviously they had the tokens that you could redeem for some like special players, like I think
Jefferson Lerma, Danny Da Costa.
Yes, those sort of cards back
those,
in like
sort of
18, 19, something like that.
Adnan Januzaj. I'm just trying to pluck names from somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I had that Lerma card.
Yeah, I had that Lerma. That was good.
Colombia and all that.
Yeah.
I know a friend, Jamie, constantly ranted about how good Danny Da Costa was that year. That was before his Team of the Season later that year. And there was a few others in that time period.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. But this just ties in with the promo and runs for a smaller window. And rather than doing objectives, you're doing SBCs for the tokens, or a few objective players and stuff for the tokens, but generally it's the SBCs. Moving on to the team itself. So obviously we've got a bit more players in the actual team itself, and then obviously we've got the daily SBC players. So a few of the key names that are from the team. So we've got Neymar, who's on PlayStation.
He was like
3.8.
3.8. Crazy price.
Striker Coman with a boosted weak foot of 4-star weak foot, which again looking quite good with his 96.
Also, we ended up checking yesterday. His stamina's got a drastic boost, so it's actually a
usable
card now.
Yeah.
That stamina was the biggest problem with him.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Fabinho with a centre forward card, so he's now got offensive stats rather than the defensive.
So he's high attacking, isn't he?
Exactly.
So what they've done there is they've decided, we know people do squad building series, we're going to recreate Firmino but we're
Yeah.
gonna call him Fabinho.
Yeah. The centre mid Firmino.
We can't give up. We gave Firmino a centre mid card last year in this similar promo.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
This time, we're gonna do the other Brazilian.
Then
and we're gonna give him stats of the other one. They literally have imitated each other the last 2 years.
Then we have.
But Firmino became Fabinho, and now Fabinho's come Firmino.
Yeah.
Yes,
Come full circle.
Yeah, there we go. Then we've got Paul Pogba, looking quite good himself. He's had a big increase on his agility and balance. So his agility has gone up by 15. His balance has gone up by 17. So that is a very very
someone whose
big
standard card
upgrade.
is in my team. I would like that card. Yeah.
Yes, and then the big other expensive. Well, there's other big players, but in terms of value, Modric is the other expensive player, which is coming up at 965k. So
bearing in mind he's only been out a day or so now.
Yeah. So
it
that
wasn't
change.
Sunday's release.
Yeah.
But he's had a bit of a big pace upgrade and defensive upgrade on that card. So plus 12 on pace and plus 12 on the defending.
And he's got some nice links. I mean, look at Flashback Benzema that I've seen in everybody's squad this weekend. And Casemiro's player of the month. Vinicius. So it's a nice looking card. I think you'll see a lot of Real Madrid front fours.
Wow. Talking about in terms of strong links, in Team 2 there's going to be a Modric strong link, but I don't really want to delve too much into leaks.
Yeah, but because this isn't exactly.
Let's keep this one leak free.
What we're about.
Yeah.
I know it's a controversial thing.
If you want to look at it, you can easily find it, but it's a controversial subject at the moment because there's someone clearly from EA at home at the moment that has basically got all the future content on his laptop or something like that.
He's definitely from Birmingham.
What's the betting?
He's definitely from Birmingham.
He's from Birmingham.
How many Birmingham special cards already? Crazy.
They are. There's 3. But what's the betting that they've sacked someone and they've accidentally left them in the email trail every week?
Something like that, isn't it?
Bang, there you go.
Could do, yeah.
Or they've got that person's got a mate in there who's leaking it out to him, and he's thought, "Oh no, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my own back this way." It's up to them, each to their own. But we don't want to necessarily ruin it for everybody in the community. Those that don't know and haven't seen can still be ignorant, or whatever you want to call it. Ignorance is bliss, isn't it? So, as they say.
Yeah.
Ignorance probably a bit harsh.
Yes.
Well, you know what I mean, though. But I mean, like they can do their best to avoid it. Is what I mean.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But I say ignorant. I was like, oh.
Yeah, no.
Okay. We're being harsh today.
Have either of you guys packed any of them?
No.
None of the expensive ones.
No, but you've packed some of them at least. I haven't packed a single one.
I've packed an Achiampong, and I packed, who was the other one? I bought Graham, because, great little trio.
Yeah.
But who's the other one I've got? Tarat.
Yeah, so I'll tell you a story.
Which, that card, Tarat's insane.
So I'll tell you a little story. So the promo comes out, Luke messages us on the group chat and says that he's packed the players, and I was in the middle, but I was starting to pack save for Team of the Year. Got too excited, and if anyone knows my latest companion app pack opening was actually my best. I had Ronaldo and Fire Correa, so I thought I'm going to open these on a companion app straight away, and I got nothing. I think Suarez was my best one, so I didn't get anything. All my packs are gone. The only good thing is, because I did get quite a bit of fodder, I got like a Moreno and some other things in there, I did complete Zaha.
I've not completed Zaha yet. I've done the typical yearly Brad of just going, well, here's a card, I'm going to do his loan, and then I'm going to put Gaia at striker every episode.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Except for in budget
no
builder face-off.
Yeah, no loans.
Can't use
It's
loans.
true.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say something about one of the leaks. I was like, oh no.
I mean that's fine. I'm going to do all the loans, but I've got him. He's now replaced my untradeable Phil Foden, and that's mainly just because I had Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, and Foden, all left footers. So I kind of
Yeah.
wanted a decent right footer in a card. Looked at him, thought I can get him full chem. Looks really nice. So
And he's got 4-star weak
yeah,
foot as
4-star weak
Yeah.
foot, 5-star skill moves. Lovely. We'll get him in. The other one I've got, and I bought him to go right back in my team, is Nelson Semedo.
Fair enough.
Um,
I've done that Sal, who helped cause a spike in Mbabu's special cards that were out last week when everyone's going, these cards are way too cheap.
yeah.
And then suddenly Luke Bacchio and so later, he's now in the 100k region. So there we go. We got the Mbabu card up.
Yes.
Everyone was, weren't they? They did wonder how a card was so cheap.
And I thought about buying it, going, this is surely too cheap. And went, nah, I'll sit off this. I don't have the coins. And then I packed Mbappe and forgot to invest. So small little problems, but it's fine.
Have you actually bought any or used any, Mers?
I've done just Zaha for SBC wise. I want to do so, but it's kind of with all the daily SBCs and no fodder in the club. Because I had to use coins to do Zaha as well. That's the main thing. So I was
Right, okay.
I can't really go delving into it like every good looking player that I see coming out, because I'm like, well, what if I switch to the Bundesliga at some point and I want to have a decent looking CDM? So it would have been perfect, but
Yeah.
it's but then with the icon swaps,
So you're
out
summing
there
my view up.
at the moment.
You're summing my view up, except
Yeah.
in non-Bundesliga terms.
Yes.
Because I am Bundesliga at the moment, which Bundesliga and Serie A. So that's my sort of end of the pitch at the moment.
Okay.
And
who was tonight's player?
Tonight's player was the Birmingham City. No, Birmingham City.
Probably.
It's just I'm used to it. I'm used to it now.
Yeah, probably.
Blackburn.
But yeah, it's the Blackburn centre back Magloire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Probably a butchered name, but
80.
91 pace centre back. Previously was 89 pace, so only a +2. He ain't slacking. But he does get a nice strong link to anyone who took Pask.
Yeah.
And obviously you can just get a link to fit into any English team really.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I've got a lot of good players at this point.
Exactly. I mean, in terms of players that I would like to try out is Twan Zebe, because he just
the man with the Prem tax.
Exactly, the Prem tax, but looks incredible and
Yeah.
it got the part like the passing and dribbling stats that I like to have on a centre back, the ball control in those tight passing from the back situations.
Yeah.
Especially as whenever I've tried to clear the ball with a pass with someone with poor passing, it seems to always get intercepted. So maybe with someone with good passing, he might actually get the pass out from the back for a change.
Maybe. I'm not sure whether that's the player as much as it is just passing in general, but yeah, who knows?
Probably
If anyone's got a
true.
chance more, it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think obviously, like I said, Paul Pogba would be the perfect addition to my team. So I've just got his normal gold card as like my central centre mid in the 4-3-1-2. So I'd love that upgraded card, but I'd have to pack it untradeable. I'm not going to go and buy it; it's too expensive. And there will be another card that comes out that probably fits into that cycle at some point that I'll want to try. That's a little bit more different. In hindsight, like if I'd have done Flashback and Kante, then I probably would have had him, but I didn't do him.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, as I say, Tarap's insane.
Yes,
Adele Tarap.
he looks good,
a
actually.
nutty card.
I think
It looks better than the Fabinho does, to me at least.
I'd like to see that with like the Rafa strong link, like from the squad foundations, because
Rafa strongly. The top 5 league getting a lot of support now. Now it's official. The Portuguese league's getting a lot of support here in promos.
Yeah.
Obviously you got Rafa. I think there's also is it Rafa Suarez as well, the left back.
Yeah.
His name's also Rafa.
Yeah.
Something like that. You've got Tarapt. You've got Uribe. You've got Jesus Corona. You've got a few different players. I'm not mentioning the other Colombian just because I know that's going to probably have Mers going, I'm the Colombia guy again. But
Yeah, no,
just having one perfect link doesn't make the Colombian guy. I'm just going to stand by that.
But one thing you did mention there was Corona. And while we're on the
Yes.
subject of it, it has had a massive effect on the football recently. So one of them affects Luke's team. So
Yes.
I don't know if you want to shed... I obviously know the story a little bit. Do you want to shed some more light on this for everyone who doesn't know?
So the outbreak, or
so generally what just happened with you not...
weekend?
With why you couldn't play the game, I suppose, and then, yeah, what has now happened as a result. So
yeah, there was a mass out. There was about, I think, 5 players, 3 staff out. I think something along those lines at one point when we were meant to play the Stat Renee game. Honestly, we forfeited it, and I could not be happier. I would rather focus more on the league than on the third tier of European football.
Yeah, made up competition.
We're in a good run of form, haven't been beaten in the league yet since Conte came in.
Yeah.
So why pad the game schedule when there's a chance we can push for Europa League, if not possibly Champions League qualification?
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're getting it, but there's a chance.
But it needs to be more of a priority, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Whilst we're also still in a quarter final against West Ham coming up soon, so we could even push for a trophy even sooner with less schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously, if you didn't take on that, he's talking about Spurs. Yeah, like you said, they had to forfeit their game due to outbreak. They've taken the 3-0, so it's a rage quit basically in FIFA. Taking the 3-0 loss, and it's meant that Rennes have qualified instead of Tottenham.
No. Like it would have been. It wouldn't have been. I think it would have been more for Tess.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't have been really because they've actually given them the points, haven't they? Well, they've given them the 3-0.
Already through. Whichever way happened, it was just whether it was Spurs or the Tess.
Yeah. So then, obviously, as Luke mentioned about like the schedule anyway, so a lot of managers, if you would have seen it on Match of the Day and things like that, have been complaining about the schedule. But one person who's also been complaining about something else is Tuchel. Been complaining about how other games with other players that have got COVID outbreaks in their team and in their area have had their games cancelled, whilst Chelsea have had to play. And I'm in agreement with him because let's face it, the 2 games since this has happened, they've drawn. They haven't managed to get the win, and I do think at least one of them I did see they did deserve to win, but 2 of their strikers, they're 2 strikers, because there's not 2 of their strikers, they haven't got anyone else. So Werner and Lukaku both out. What do you think, guys? Do you think that like they have been a little bit hard done by here in their games not being cancelled?
I'll let you go first, man. I'm just going to do some research.
They were a bit in a rut anyway. I'm just looking at the results anyway, and looking from the 28th of November, they have only won 2 games against Leeds and Watford, and they've drawn against Everton and Man United, and then if you include the Champions League, Zenit, and then they've lost to West Ham's, and obviously they also drew against Wolves actually as well. So I think it stems before even they've had absences due to like COVID and stuff. So I think.
Do you think he's hiding behind it a little bit?
A little bit, yes. I feel like he probably wants a little bit of a break, maybe, because he has noticed that he's got a bit of a depleted squad, so maybe it gives time for certain players to get back.
Yeah.
So that obviously then he has a bit more of a stronger squad to go. Because obviously at the end of the day, he's trying to pursue a Man City that's sat at the top of the table. So he definitely needs whatever help he could probably get right now to obviously make sure that he's not slipping further away in that title fight, basically. So yeah, I think he's just hiding behind a few excuses a little bit, but yeah, for some clubs, yes, it's justifiable, because when you look at some of the team sheets, you're like, wow, they clearly got like a depleted team. Like,
yeah, they'd have to come out with their reserves or like most of their youth team sort of thing.
Yeah, because someone had only 6 players on the bench.
That was Chelsea.
That was Chelsea. There you go.
Two of them goalkeepers as well.
Yeah.
So obviously there is a bit of justifiedness in that, but yeah, their problems are stemming quite far back, to be honest.
Yeah, it started before it, but now they're affected by something else to continue on. When now they'd want to be like picking up them wins to try and make do for what undo what happened basically, and instead they find themselves in a more difficult position.
But at the same time, Arsenal are not being too heavily affected by the current situation as well. So I'll take it because we're taking advantage.
It's
of
the thing, isn't it?
situation.
Trying to be impartial to this is tough when you support other teams, I suppose. But
yes.
I mean, to be fair, this is given time for Spurs to possibly even get points back, because we are, bear in mind, if we win all our games in hand, which are winnable games in hand, we'll go fourth, only 3 points behind Chelsea, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've got Burnley, we've got Brighton, and we've got an out-of-form Leicester side.
Yeah.
That could be 9 points. Could be, not saying guaranteed, but obviously Brighton love a draw.
Yeah.
And Leicester, if they show up, can be a difficult team.
Yes.
But their defence has been shaky this season.
Oof.
And hopefully Kane scoring is going to give him a taste and an eye for goal.
Well, let's talk about tastes of things for Kane, and talk about the incident, shall we, as well? That
was definite red.
It like anybody who's seen it, even whether you look at the image, whether you look at it back on the replays, it's a red card challenge, and it has been throughout the season all the time. Yet in this game, for some reason, it wasn't even looked at.
Very odd.
It's very strange, because there was like another incident in the game anyway, wasn't there?
Yes.
So
Robertson getting sent off, in my opinion, deservedly.
Deservedly, but then
only
on the equal side of it, it should have been 10 men, shouldn't it? So
yeah, it's the most unnecessary. It was so unnecessary from Robertson, in my opinion. He's just lost the ball. It's not like he's been riled up by someone in that situation. He's lost the ball clean.
Frustration with himself.
And then he's gone and immediately just kicked out at Emerson Royale, who's put his leg in front. He's got his body in the way. At that point, if you're Robertson, if you've got an eye for the ball there, you don't need to punt that into Rosette. They're right by the touchline. He just needs to stick that out of play, force a throw.
Yeah.
It would be in Spurs' defensive area. You just put that out of play, simply. But he's done a full boot swing, and he's taken his leg out from under him. That is the most unnecessary attempt at the ball. When watching the VAR, I wasn't sure if his eyes were on the ball or on the man.
Yeah, and that at that point means that either way he's endangered him, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's endangerment. It's possibly, depending on how you look at it, from certain camera angles, it looked like for me he was looking at the man, which then intent as well. On top of that, it was a red card, but Kane absolutely should have been sent off as well. I don't think you lighten. If Kane's not sent off, I don't think that Robertson tackle gets lighter.
Oh no,
and
of course
if they'd
not.
happen the other way round,
yeah.
If they'd happen the other way round, the other one should be sent off anyway.
Yeah.
I try when talking about even Spurs, I try and remove as much bias as possible and look at it from a neutral perspective.
Yeah, and I think when there's something as clear cut as that anyway, it's not like it's split. I haven't seen many split opinions on it.
No.
Everybody thinks that was a red, you know.
I mean, most of the Spurs fans I've seen try and defend this, and I say try, is they'll just show that it's karma catching up with Robertson because he did a studs up tackle on someone last year. I can't remember.
Yeah, so they
ended up doing something similar,
dragging up something,
and then
from
people just going back through history. This person did this.
If you really went through with a fine tooth comb, you'd find something, wouldn't you?
So it's like, oh no, they're both red cards. I don't know why the Kane one wasn't looked into. We're getting the whole it's England captain versus Scotland captain. Oh, they're not looking into because of that.
Again, if you look hard enough, you'll find other reasons, won't you? It's just
tin pot theories and everything like that.
Let's get the tinfoil hats out again. Yeah.
People will find conspiracies in something, obviously.
Yeah.
I think
if you look hard enough, you'll find it, won't you?
I think the one thing I said was that because Robbo jumped up as Kane made that tackle, I think it didn't hit him as bad as it could have. So I think
if that made contact and he's on the ground, that's a leg break.
Yeah, basically, yes. So that's it. But
if it's partnered, it's a broken leg.
Situation,
Yeah.
If I want to be the comedian in this situation, it would have been games out for him anyway. He'd have either had a broken leg or he'd got himself sent off.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. Job done. He wasn't playing the next game anyway.
No. But on that note, obviously we are talking about the football that did go ahead, and obviously there were still some games that did manage to go ahead, and from that obviously we do get some informs. So we'll start off with the ones that come from the Premier League. So we've got 2. I mean, this is the other thing as well, because obviously not as many games got played. There are actually 2 on Footbin's prediction for Team of the Week showing for Man City, which doesn't happen that often in Team of the Weeks. De Bruyne and Cancelo. And obviously Cancelo scored in that game.
And assisted.
And
clean sheet, I believe.
Yes, it was 4-0. Yeah.
He's a shoo-in.
So yeah, he's definite. De Bruyne, we've been talking about how recently he hadn't necessarily been showing up much in games, or hadn't been as noticeable because he'd been outshone a little bit by Bernardo Silva, but he looks like he's in for an inform here if they do give it to 2. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. I mean, they'll find a way if they can to maybe stop that from happening. The other Premier League guy, and the guy that is absolutely flying for Arsenal at the moment, Gabriel Martinelli, with a nice 81 rated inform on here. Again, if he carries on from now to this, his 84 card could actually potentially look really nice for his next inform.
Right, I would say.
Sorry?
Well, I know that
I'd
he's
say
going to
it's
end up
all
in
right.
my team anyway. Or not team. He's going to end up in my club anyway because I pack all the Arsenal informs.
Yeah,
it'll be an all right card. I think the problem is it's nice of Arsenal getting another special card, but it's the stats that's the problem. Like,
yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is the person who famously didn't like the Silver Stars card last year for Martinelli. So why is he going to like this random inform?
Did you like his Future Stars?
I didn't touch the Future Stars.
Confirmed. Mersgoth does not like Martinelli.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
I mean,
I like Martinelli in real life, but not on the game.
I packed it.
Martinelli is not liked by Mers.
I packed the Martinelli one untradeable, and it was very, very good. I really enjoyed it. So then we've also then from the Premier League, we've got Jordan Pickford for Everton. He did have a very, very good game. A lot of important saves in that game. But other than that, Premier League wise, that is all she wrote. We've then got a Haaland. So again, nice looking card, 90 pace, 92 shooting, 89 physical. Gerard Moreno, fodder. Gnabry, fodder, because he's got...
Whoa! Sorry? Gnabry, fodder? How dare you say that?
I mean, he is.
He's the GOAT.
He looked like he's got a nice card if he was a centre mid, but generally he's going to be used as fodder. That card isn't going to be expensive. The one that I like the look of here is like OP kind of hybrided card for like objectives or Spanish league teams and things is Deulofeu's striker card, 91 pace, 82 shooting, 87 dribbling, 80 passing. Looks nice for an 84 rated card. There is Rafa, but again outshone by his squad foundation, so that'll be fodder. The next sort of biggest ones are Dumfries getting another inform, so he goes up to... Oh, actually, it'll be his first inform, won't it? But it's his...
Yes,
he got his wins one boost, and then he's getting inform, so he's going up to 86. I mean, at the start, this guy, I still really enjoyed him as his base card. It didn't feel like he had lower pace, and actually now going up to 84 pace, as I say, slap a shadow on him, and it'll be pretty good. And then Juan Cuadrado, nice Colombian for Luke.
God, and Mers, he's such an expert in this stuff.
And yeah, 91 pace, 88 dribbling on a right back. I like that. That's nice. To be able to just sort of turn and find that space to pass. Looks very nice indeed. Tammy Abraham possibly getting an inform. A very average stats. Other than that, everyone else looks pretty average, apart from maybe the exception of the 93 paced right back Belgian from PSV. Because I think he would be a strong link to Openda, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
Openda would be Belgium from the Dutch league.
So yeah, that would be interesting for me to try and fit him in somewhere, because I love that Openda card. He's my... Well, he's not even a super sub. I sub him on straight away for Robbie Keane. And yeah, he saves me every single time. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously was going to be a bit of a lackluster team of the week again, with not as many games being played. I mean, I won't be opening my team of the week pack for this. I don't know about you guys, if you've saved them or what.
Me having team of the week packs, got to open them in the moment on stream. That's what you got to do sometimes. For better and worse, but worse. But it is what it is. I'm just gonna make a space in my club already for Gabriel Martinelli.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Have you done your Brazilian icon swaps yet?
I'm doing it as we speak.
Yep. So there you go. There's another player to add to it in a couple of days. Any there that you like, Mers? Obviously, other than Nabry and Cuadrado, because you're such a Colombian fan.
Cancelo. I've been waiting for him to appear on the right hand side, so yeah, I'll take that. Obviously Nabry. I think that is just about it realistically. Because I mean there are a few nice cards like Cuadrado. Dumfries would be interesting, obviously with his increases of stats on his one to watch. But yeah, it's the usual sort of situation. I think Team of the Week's never really are like the highlight of people's weeks or anything like that. They look at it, then it's like the sort of, it comes out, everyone takes a casual glance, go, yeah, that's not too bad, that's not too bad. All right, let's see if I can get something in red picks.
Yeah.
And then not get anything in red picks. You know,
and that is
middle
it
of
now.
the road.
We're at the point now where like we're 3 months in and we're actually in the middle of a promo where there's going to be far more exciting cards that will come out than in Team of the Weeks. Unless you basically find a Team of the Week, you know, Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, all those top tier players that people won't mind getting in a red pick. But I mean, I could probably count on one hand out of the 20 games I played this week on how many FUT Champs cards I saw in people's starting teams. Not many. I think I saw a Goretzka and someone had a centre back. I can't remember who that was. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I think Team of the Week. Pretty much, if you get a Team of the Week player, you're going to just try and sell them or look to put them into a decent SBC, unless you know you do get a De Bruyne, then maybe they'll fit in your team. But for most people, even still, then I mean, it doesn't fit in mine.
Speak for yourself. I've had Rafinha in my team a fair few times.
The Team of the Week right mid.
Yeah, the Team of the Week right mid, the red one.
But
yeah.
he's a bit more. Do you think he's a bit more meta though compared to like a 92 De Bruyne?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Just saying though.
Well, that's it. I've got
red picks do show up in team still. I did play. I mean, I had red Lozano as well as another one. Red Zuma I play.
It's the same sort of situation for me. My red Rafinha's got 334 games, but I think that is probably the only real red pick that I use. I find, for me, red picks, the only time that I really truly care about them is Team of the Season and beyond, because at least then, if you don't get a player that you actually want to use, you've got incredibly high rated fodder for SBCs, and that's literally about it. Whereas at the moment, obviously, if you get like an 84, okay, yeah, sure, it can be some SBC fodder potentially, but like you're not really going to get the high rated fodder necessarily. And if you're getting something high rated, then chances are you're probably getting something that is either semi-usable or incredibly usable realistically at the moment in terms of rating. Because obviously,
again, speak for yourself. There is the FUT Champs upgrade.
I never do it.
I've never
done one, to be fair.
I've done them before. You know, I enjoy my 86s from them.
The thing is, as well,
exactly.
like for me, obviously, I say like, oh, I've never done one. Like I play Champs every week. I don't. I played Champs twice last year. This year I played it 4 times, and I got red Tielemans, so he's not going into it because I've just run the risk of getting him again anyway. And then I think in the last one previous to that, I got another 86 as well. I can't remember who it was. Like a couple of. So I haven't even got enough of the kind of lower-ish rated ones to put into it to risk it. So maybe towards the end, I might have gotten to that point and I'll be able to do one. But yeah, I think I'll be lucky if I even do one by the end of the season. To be fair.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at a chance of doing them soon because I'm now obviously in Elite and getting 7 wins. So I'm getting my one from that plus whatever I get in Champs.
Yeah.
So there is that slowly coming on the horizon that we will have one of them eventually, and I'll celebrate getting the pie as my 86 as it happened last year. it would be a repeat of last year.
Well, that's pretty much all there is to say about this week in football. Anything else you guys have to shine on it?
No.
Not really. Just at least we had a good game of football in the Spurs Liverpool game.
Yeah.
There's contentious moments in it, but it was a much needed game of the season contender.
Yeah.
And I don't think we'll be seeing another inform from Leeds for a while, based off their 2 most recent results.
No, they're not looking good, are they?
No, was it 7-0 and what was the Arsenal result?
4-1.
3-0?
4-1, yeah.
4-1.
4-1. Okay. Yeah, no, it's not looking good for Leeds at the moment.
No.
But also, we obviously film these podcasts and we then go on and we film the bonus draft builder. Now, the one from last week, obviously was a prank video. They got me. They wanted to make me think that my streak was over. And fair play to them. I didn't even catch on to it, despite the fact that, as I said in the video, I was literally discussing doing the same thing with my wife. I said, I'm going to speak to one of them. And I'd already kind of thought, it'd be funny if I speak to Luke because Mer's always the one giving the discards and giving the giveaways anyway. Yeah. Obviously, it turns out these two had already been plotting it for a couple of weeks, and and then on top of that, I have to go and edit the video myself as well. So yeah, that's all good. They got me, but we are now going to go off and do something a little bit different. So if you guys haven't seen it, the drafts have been juiced. In part, I think, to basically sort of promote or celebrate the release of Prime icons into packs. So there are just an insane amount of icon picks being had. I think you guys said you had like 8 or 9 icons respectively in drafts you've done.
Yeah, I got 9.
Yeah, so
I got 9.
This is insane. So basically the way we do the bonus draft builder, if you don't watch the series, and if you don't, then you should go and watch it. It's on YouTube at FSB Creators. Go and check it out. Bonus draft builder. We pick a nation, and then we pick a club either based on that nation, or we pick a club that we just think might come up, and we get points for how many we get in our team. Now obviously when icons are absolutely juiced, if you get a pick of 5 icons, the chances of having any sort of club players in there is going to be far reduced. So we're going to do what we're calling a Boxing Day bonus draft builder bonanza. So it's the BDBB, and I'm going to see if we can get Mers to introduce this one, because the chances are that will take a 3 or 4 takes.
Since there's 2 Bs, you'll think it's budget builder face-off.
Yeah.
Bonus draft budget builder face-off.
So what we're going to do is we're going to run it a little bit differently. We're going to do nations, because there will still be obviously nation players in the icons, but we are going to leave out the clubs, and we're going to take a point for every icon we get in there. And then when it comes to the end, obviously we're not going to have a top, middle and bottom discard, because if we get all icons, pretty much it's just going to be icons. We're going to do a giveaway where we'll put one of the icons into a 3-back with a couple of bronzes. If they're hit, then there will be another giveaway. So there was already one giveaway from the midweek episode of FUT Eliminator that me and Luke did, so you need to go and check that out as well. That has been drawn, and well done to Kofta. You got your FIFA points today, so yeah, congrats on that. But yeah, that means there's another potential chance, so make sure you go and check out the special Boxing Day episode of that. So when you all got full tums, you've had your Christmas dinner, you're still feeling a bit full on Boxing Day, chill, relax, watch the FSB Creators bonus draft builder.
And if you don't want to watch that, watch the icon kit review as well.
Yeah, if you want to see what it's like to walk out in a different kit, then Luke will have a review on it.
So this has been the last podcast of 2021. So I just want to wish you guys all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I hope you have a nice end to your 2021. And I just want to say, obviously, as well, big thank you for everyone and the support of this podcast since we started it about 3 months ago. So this is episode 14. The last episode that just went out, we got 107 listens to it. That doesn't include the YouTube side of things. So this is just on the actual podcast audio side of things. So we've had 107 listens within 7 days. So we've actually, this is the first episode. So episode 13 was the first episode that we had that had triple figures basically in the first 7 days. So thank you very much for your support on that. And we will be back in the new year for hopefully seeing more EA shenanigans and mistakes, and probably another promo after the Wildcards finishes, because obviously this, and the Team 1 ends on a Thursday supposedly.
Yes.
And Team 2 then goes into pack, obviously, after Versus. What happened after it, they said that the first team was going to end, but they stayed in packs. Maybe Team 1 might stay in packs.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, obviously, then we'll probably see that come to, maybe middle of next week or something like that, or the end of next week, or around that. So maybe there'll be another promo just before we go to record the next episode.
The way EA are going, I would almost bet on it.
Pretty much, yes. Exactly.
Team of the season nominees or something, yeah. Might be a bit early for that.
God, yeah. It's going to be something.
I mean, I've ended up saying on a Twitter comment that I'm fully expecting people to start getting icons in the 75 pluses. It's an EA mess up waiting to happen.
I mean, I would take
You
it.
can never get them in there.
I'll take it as well.
Will.
I'll happily take it.
Actually, it'll be a non-rare instead of an icon. That's what it'll be.
Well,
Yeah.
That's what it's happening.
And talking of Prime icons, this week's video of budget builder face-off is around Prime Nakata. So
Nice.
we thought, since they're out, might as well do it around Prime Icon. And you know what? Since Japanese players seem to be all the rage, especially with a certain few people.
Yeah, I was going to say, with all the guesses on in the episode now, was anyone brave enough to put Miura or Nakamura in? So it'll be interesting to see. Go and watch it.
Well,
find out.
watch it, and you'll find out. You know, maybe some player got guessed, but was it a Japanese player or was it not a Japanese player? Who knows? Who knows? Only me and Luke know.
The intrigue.
But yeah, so watch that, and then obviously we got the Bonanza bonus draft builder on Boxing Day. So yeah, so watch that as well. So guys, thank you very much, everybody that has listened to us in 2021.
Yes.
And thank you guys for being on the podcast as always, and we will see you all in the next one in 2022.
Merry Christmas,
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, into a prosperous time on FIFA.
Or as Luke might say, a positive Christmas.